Buongiorno, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. Greetings and welcome to another episode of Oxleymations. Now for today's episode, if it wasn't blatantly obvious, I'm standing in a kitchen, I'm wearing an apron, we are going to be doing some cooking today. Because, well, there's been this one thing I keep seeing at Walmart over in their pasta section by the ramen and stuff, which is this stuff called Kraft Spaghetti Classics. Y'all can't see that from here. Ready, set, whoosh! Kraft Spaghetti Classics. And well, every time I see this, I keep thinking to myself, is it any good? Because I know Kraft mac and cheese, that stuff is the bomb. That stuff is delicious. It is amazing for pasta and cheese sauce. But this stuff, I have no idea about. So we're going to find out together today. Alright, is the Kraft Spaghetti Classics any good? Or isn't it? So, I've already got my lovely little apron on. What in the world kind of language was that? Apron? I've got my apron on. And I got my spaghetti in a box. Now, real quick, I'm going to read the directions on the side. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let's see. What do we need for this? What do we need? Where's Okay. Well, according to the front of the box, it says right here, just add a can of tomato paste, 1 6-ounce can to be precise, and let's see. Let's read the lovely little spiel on the side of the box. Shall we just get that 3D effect going and get it right in your face? It's coming right at you. Woo. Okay. Kraft Spaghetti Classics. Tangy Italian is the flavor I'm going to be cooking up today. Spaghetti, spice mix, and Parmesan cheese. Well, I don't think I'll be using what's provided. Well, I might use it, but more than likely I'm just going to use what we've got here on hand in the Oxleymations cooking studio, aka my kitchen. So anyway, with Kraft Spaghetti Classics, a homemade dish like your mom made is only moments away. They never knew my mother. All you need to do is add tomato paste to the specially blended tangy spices. It says right there, specially blended tangy spices. Hopefully that was clear enough. The focus was in on that. Kraft Spaghetti Classics will help you make a great tasting dish your whole family will love. Let's see, what do they count as a family? And by family I mean, how many servings? Serving size 2 ounces, about 1/4 of the box. Okay, so to make a great tasting dish the whole family will love, this serves a 4-person family. Well, I'm going to be eating like a 4-person family tonight. Isn't that amazing, ladies and gentlemen? I had no idea I was a 4-person family. It's fantastic. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the old cooking directions here. And then I'm going to attempt to get started. Let's see. Step 1. Boil 3 pints, 12 cups of water in a large saucepan. Stir in spaghetti. Cook 10 to 12 minutes or until tender, while stirring occasionally. Step 2. Meanwhile, mix tangy Italian spice mix, 1 can, 6-ounce of tomato paste, and 2 cans of water on in a medium saucepan. I thought I was going to say on medium heat or something. Bring to a boil on medium-high heat. There we go, that's what I was looking for. Reduce heat to medium-low. Simmer for 10 minutes, stirring occasionally. And then here's the big one. This is the be-all, end-all. Step 3. Now, you got to remember step 3 right here, ladies and gentlemen. Drain the water from your pasta. Spaghetti. I am going to try that again. That was stupid. Ready? Go. Drain the spaghetti. Place on serving platter. Ooh, you gotta use a serving platter, not a plate. You gotta be all fancy and you gotta use a serving platter. It says right there in the instructions. Top with sauce, sprinkle with Kraft 100% grated Parmesan cheese. Well, we don't have Kraft cheese. We have Great Value. But is it such a great value? I don't know. It works. Makes about 4 servings, like we already discussed. You see right here at the top of the box, you probably can't see it because the focus on this camera is garbage. Right there it says 4 servings per container. And then we jump right down here, makes about 4 servings. That was more Transylvanian than it was Italian. About 4 servings, 2 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce, 1/4 cup water can be substituted for the tomato paste, and 2 cans. Now hold your darn horses right here. It says right here, 2 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce and 1/4 cup water can be substituted for the tomato paste and 2 cans of water. And it says clearly right here on the front of the box, like we went over already, and I keep stepping off screen. Whoa, it's an earthquake, whoa. Tomato paste. Just add tomato paste. When it says right down here, actually, like, you know, if you don't want to add tomato paste, you can, like, you know, put in some of this here tomato sauce and about 1/4 cup of water. But that's on you if you want to go against the recipe, you know. Ooh, there's even a stir-in idea. Look right here, you can put meat in it. Isn't that just a mind blower? You can put meat in spaghetti. Wow. Stir in 1/2 pound of ground beef, cooked and drained, and 3/4 tablespoon of garlic powder into the prepared sauce. Cook until heated through, stirring occasionally. Well, we're not going to do that. We're going to take that part of the recipe and just rip it off and throw it right out the window, because we don't need that. All we need to do is boil while stirring in the sauce mix, and then we add the draining of the sauce mix, apparently. Alright, so apparently, from what I'm reading on the box, from all this fancy hieroglyphics and stuff written on the back here, what you're supposed to do is essentially you're making Kraft brand spaghetti hamburger helper, minus the hamburger. Unless you want to put it in, you know, stir it in. Alright. What's it say on this side? Spaghetti classics, tangy Italian, spaghettis, blah blah blah. Best if used by blah. Kraft. Are you serious, Kraft? It's not even in the... Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so you can see what I'm overhyping right here. This interesting little advertisement on the side of the box. It says, don't forget to pick up Velveeta shells and cheese. I'm not making this up. Don't forget to pick up Velveeta shells and cheese. Well, we're not having Velveeta shells and cheese, Kraft. We're having Kraft Spaghetti Classics Tangy Italiana. With spaghetti sauce, mix, and spices, and Parmesan cheese. So, without further ado, without putting this off any longer, and without me being even more of the cringy mother lover that I am, let's get right down to the point. Let's get this thing started. Let's get my hand on camera. 3, 2, 1, cut away! Alright, so obviously, like it said, the first thing we're going to need is the box of stuff. And then we're going to need the little can of stuff. And also, we're going to need a pot to cook it in. Alright, so now then, let's get on to adding the other things we're going to need to add to this. So... Ooh. Ta-da! Okay, so according to the side of the box, we're going to need about 12 cups of water in that saucepan. Though thinking on it now, it does say to use a large saucepan, and I'm not sure if that's a large or a medium saucepan. We'll see what happens. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is get ourselves some of that nice filtered water. from our Pure filter. By the way, we're not sponsored by Pure. And we're going to get 1 cup of water right up to this line right up here. And, oop, that's right, the filter is over there. And, doop. And a little more. Just right. Okay, now I just do this 11 more times. Seven. And that's as much as we're going to be able to put into this pot. I gotta grab a different one. And just so y'all can see what I'm a-talking about, that right there is 7 cups of water. So, with a snap of my fingers, yep, presto! Ta-da! Alright, now let's get back to the filling of the water. Nope, no, not hot water, cold water. And at long last, 12 cups of water. Just in case those following along at home thought I was joking, right there. 12 cups of water. And that is one really, really deep saucepan I'm looking at there. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I see, I see. Okay. So I'm supposed to make the pasta in one pot and the sauce in another. Great! Oh well, I can easily fix that. Bada boom! Ta-da! Magic! I got the magic fingers. Alright, ladies and gentlefish. Now, for my next trick, I'm going to make this water boil. First thing I'm going to have to do, for those of you perceptive, you'll notice that this isn't even on yet. So what I got to do is, boop, set it on high. As in, hi, how are you? How you doing? And now, I'll step behind the camera and we'll see what I can do with the zoom. Just like that. And, oop, too far. There we go. And by the time I finish this zoom right here, there we are. Ta-da! Not quite a rolling boil, but I'm pretty sure that that's just about boily enough that we can go right on ahead and add the pasta and get things started. 3, 2, 1, transition. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the internet, in the time it took me to get from point A to point the camera there, the water did in fact get to just about what I would consider to be a rolling boil. And don't mind that barking outside. One of the neighbors in the building across from us has a dog, or I assume it's a dog, because if that's a cat making that kind of noise, that thing should be on like Pet Star or something. But anyway, off screen I've taken the liberty of opening up the box. Don't know how well y'all can see that, but there's what the pasta looks like. Here, let me pull out a couple noodles. So this is the pasta you get. These little itty bitty tiny sprigs. Bing, 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 bing. And so all of these are going to go into that water, but before I do that, I'm going to check the directions again. Let's see, water in large saucepan, stir in spaghetti, cook 10 to 12 minutes or until tender, stirring occasionally. Alright, and also in case y'all were wondering, here's what the sauce packets look like. Well, sauce packet. And here's the grated Parmesan cheese, and I can guarantee that is not going to be enough. That is a piddly amount. And thus is why we have the big old can of it over yonder. So without further delay, and before this decides it's going to boil over or something... Oop. Darn it, lost one on the stove. Look. Now to get something to stir it with. Ha-ha! The trusty spaghetti stirring device. In the comments down below, if anyone knows what this is actually called, please let me know. I have no idea. And so we set a timer. I'll bring this up just a tad so you can see the timer ticking. Zoom out. And right there it says 9 minutes. Now we tilt the camera down a little bit. Sorry if there's going to be some odd, weird, crickety-crack kind of sounds. But this is how we do. Alright. Now, real quick, look this over again. Water, large saucepan, stir in spaghetti. Okay. Keeping that little box at the ready, is going to be awfully handy. And I should probably just go on ahead and turn the water down to like, I don't know, 7 or something, because that's going to boil over. Oop, I think I broke one. Come on, noodles, get down in the water. Come on, you noodles, go on and get down in the water. Boil your noodles, go on and down in the water. Boil it so you can get soft and then get into me. Yeah, I know I'm cringy. But hopefully I am entertainingly cringy. Alright. Okay. So while that's doing its thing, we're going to step on to step number 2. The mixing the tangy Italian sauce mix with 1 can of tomato paste, 2 cans of water. Alright. Now I'm going to put this right here in our fancy little radish. I think that's what it is. And I'm going to step over here and procure the can of tomato paste. Oh my goodness. Okay, to inform y'all as to why I just said that the way I did, my roommate and I just went out and got things in preparation for this video. Ingredients, one would call them. And one of them was this particular pack of tomato paste right here, this particular little can. And I just realized that this can, I don't know how well y'all will be able to see it in the camera, best by May 28th of 2018. This stuff reached its use-by date almost a year ago. Beautiful. Well, looks like I'm going to be making the pasta, draining the pasta, and then going to have to go out of my way to procure a can of tomato paste from Walmart. Joy of joys, oh golly gosh, what a day. But on the bright side, at least I've got the pan for it. Yeah, those noodles are starting to get nice and soft now. See how flexible they are? They're all wiggly. Now I'm sure that y'all are probably not the most enthralled by watching noodles boil. So I'm going to do a quick little transition, and when I come back I will have a brand new can of tomato paste that is not expired. This will have the sauce in it, this pan over here that I'm pointing to, off screen like so. These noodles will be done, and then I'll mix everything together and I'll try it. Also, there's going to be a bonus thing that I'm going to be trying in today's episode, so stay tuned for when I actually eat it. And alright everyone, I'm all back from the store. The pasta has been finished. And this time I have my tomato paste that has not gone expired. Doesn't until 2021, so I'm happy about that. Alright, so while I've been gone, this has been just sitting here. I'm going to give it a quick stir. Whoop, uh-oh. Make sure that the noodles didn't congeal too much while I was away. Yep, they did. It's alright, I can just add some water to them, kind of break them up a little bit. But I will wait to do that until after the sauce is made, because I'm going to combine the sauce with the noodles. Alright, so one of the things that you're going to need that I completely forgot to show off is your handy dandy stirring spoon. Yes, you can take the tomato paste, the ingredients, and you put them in here with water, and presto changeo, ba-boom, you will have sauce. Now then, the big important thing that you're going to need for this, to open this thing, I'm tapping the can, off screen, on screen, ASMR. You're going to need a can opener. So now we do the thing. Okay. And we turn the crank. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, here at Oxleymations Studios, we have chosen to go old school, and instead of getting one of those fancy schmancy, electronic can openers, we decided to opt for this one that has this swag little bottle opener on the top. Get yourself a can of pop the top with this thing. Okay, and thankfully the end of this spoon is just big enough to go into the can. So we do this. Blah. You want to make sure you get all the tomato paste paste out of the can, at least as much as you can out of the can. I like to use a spiral motion. And see all that tomato paste that would have gotten left behind if it would have just stopped when I thought I was done? Scrape the bottom of the can. Just like my channel, we're scraping the bottom for content for y'all. Okay, and then we get that lid out of the way, and 2 of these filled with water. Whoosh. Get that good old-fashioned wash off. 1 can. And at long last, 2 cans. Am is the mascot for Fruit Loops. Bet y'all didn't know that was his name. Okay, so now we start to stir this until it turns into a sauce-like consistency. You know, on second thought, I'm not going to use this. I'm in fact going to whisk it. Huh? Huh? And just so y'all know, I'm really hoping this turns out well, because more than likely I'm going to be eating all of this by myself. Step 1 of 2 of the sauce creation has been completed. Step 2 of 2, we add this big old little pouch of that tangy Italian herb and spice salsa mix. Ooh, nice. They added a little tiny tear slit right there. Don't know how well you can see that. Right here. Hopefully it makes this a little easier, and it does. Oh, look at that sauce powder just puffing out of there. So now we take this, open it wide. Ooh, it's like 2 feet away from my face and I can already smell it. Check that action out. See if there we go, got some light in there. All those Italian herbs and spices, and don't worry, I'm not going to spill it. Now we do this. Ah. Check that action out. See all that powdery goodness? I think my hands were in the way. Let me see if I can't. Oh, there you go. Did you all see that? Wow, that's strong. Now let me mix that in. It went from looking like tomato soup to almost looking like sauce. Okay, let's see. Now we're supposed to mix this all together. Yep. 2 cans of water. Yep. Bring to a boil on medium heat and reduce heat to medium-low. Simmer for 10 minutes. Alrighty. Bring that bad boy up to a boil. Then we're going to pour it on the noodles. Then we're going to have ourselves a nice, healthy Italian dinner. At least we're going to have ourselves a Kraft Spaghetti Classics dinner. But what do I know? I don't know if it's healthy. Let's look at the instructions here, and I'm going to stop with this offensive, almost New Yorker type Italian kind of accent. Now it's morphing into Christopher Walken. Now then, let's see. Is this nutritional at all? It's got 2% fat. It's got saturated fat, 2%. Doesn't have any trans fats. It's got no cholesterol. Holy cheese, that is a lot of sodium. Don't know if y'all can quite read that, but that says 580 milligrams of sodium. That's 25%. And let's see. Total carbohydrate, 14%. La-di-da, dietary fiber, almost a dietary fiber. And it doesn't have any vitamin D. It's got some calcium because of the cheese that's in that little packet over there. You know, this little bad boy right here. And it's got no iron. Oh, it does have some iron in it. Good. Potassium, yes. Awesome. And now I throw the box away. And now I bring it back to myself because I need it. Ooh, it's starting to steam. Yeah, it's starting to steam. Starting to steam, ladies and gentlemen. Can you see that steam? Oh yes, I can see that steam. And it is beautiful. Oh, there we go. See the bubbles? Can you all see the bubbles? I can see the bubbles. Yeah. Now before it burns, I better start stirring it. No, it's not going to stay there. Okay, I'm just going to use the tangy Italian spice packet as a coaster of sorts. Ta-da! And it's still standing. And it's a boiling. It's a boiling! Not a girling, it's a boiling. Real quick, you're going to look at the instructions again, because yes, I need to look at them that many times. Boil on medium-high. Heat, reduce heat to medium-low. So, you stop that, you stop that. It popped me right in the nose. Now all I can smell is deliciousness. I'm just going to go all the way from that, you stop that, all the way from up high like that to down low like this. Up, 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 up. No you don't. No you don't. Don't you pop, 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 pop at me. I'm watching you, sauce. You're not going to pop me twice in one day. Heavens no. Okay, so apparently I'm supposed to simmer this for 10 minutes. No, I told you no more of that pip 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 nonsense. So y'all can actually see what that sauce looks like when it's a pip pip pippin'. Yep. See? It goes a pip 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 and then it spits at me. And it spat all over my nice clean stove top. You can't see it mostly except for like right here. Possibly. You stop that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back when it's all put together. And yeah, stay tuned. See y'all shortly. Alright, so before I eat this, I figured I'd give you all my first impressions on like look and such. I'll be honest with everyone on the internets right now. It basically looks like spaghetti with ketchup. Here, let me get this closer so y'all can get a little bit of a better look at it. Zoom in just a tiny bit. Yeah, so you can't really see the seasonings like right there. You can kind of see that little tiny sprig of parsley or oregano or whatever that is. But it's a very, very thin sauce. And yours truly, I prefer like a more rich, hearty sauce like a ragu. And also, just so we can all get a glimpse at the majesty or the travesty that is the grated Parmesan cheese that's in this little container here, if I can get in front of the camera. There we go. I don't think it's going to be enough, so just in case, I brought the big guns with me. There we go, now it's in front of the camera. But okay, that was actually a little more than I was expecting. But yeah, this was supposed to get split between, there we go, between 4 people. Like that was ever going to happen. And also, for the sake of openness, this is only half the box right here. I'm going to be eating for 2 right now. Ha 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 ha. And depending on how it is, I might eat the rest after I get done with this. I might wait and give the rest to my roommate, let him see what he thinks. I don't know. Now I'm going to switch camera positions, and I'm actually going to give this a taste test. Live and in person and directly in front of you. Woo! Yeah, that's dumb. Alright, ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I'm in front of the camera now! Hello! Okay, so everyone, we're going to be trying this, and because it's a special occasion, I brought out my 1988 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TV tray. Full disclosure, this is going to be the first time I've used this thing, and it is a lot tinier than I expected. Okay, So now we take it to food, we put it on the TV tray, and hope that I don't bend it too badly with my wide hips. And just in case I'll need it, I'm going to grab my drink, which is reveal number 2 of the new thing I'm trying. Ba-da-da-da! Coca-Cola Vanilla Orange. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this thing. First bite coming up. Just a moment, gotta twirl it. There we go. Well, over the lips and through the gums. Look out, stomach, here it comes. Well, it's not terrible. The overall feeling I'm getting from this is exactly as I said prior. This is straight up spaghetti with ketchup with a little hint of if you've ever had pizza Pringles, it's like they mashed up a bunch of pizza Pringles to get that flavor, you know, that hint of what should be an Italian spaghetti sauce, pizza sauce type flavor, and just made that into a fine powder, mixed that with ketchup, and throw it on top of spaghetti noodles. But I've got to say, for the price, it's adequate. And I know technically, according to the box, which I have right here in front of me, I could have decided to go with 2 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce and 1/4 can of water instead of this tomato paste nonsense. Or heck, if I truly wanted to, I could have just gone ahead and got some ragu and poured that on this instead of, you know, making the sauce that it came with. But anyway, bite number 2, let's see if it gets any better. Surprisingly, surprisingly, the noodles are not that bad. Even for having sat out on the stove covered while I went to get, you know, the tomato paste to make this sauce, as it were, as you will. The noodles are not soggy. They're not overdone, which probably goes to tell me that I undercooked them slightly, but I was following the directions and it said, you know, let it simmer for 10 minutes before straining and everything. But for the price, I've got to say it's passable. Personally, I don't think I'm going to be getting this again, but for a family on a shoestring budget, well, actually, this might actually be even more expensive than getting just a pack of spaghetti and then getting yourself, you know, a jar of sauce and a thing of ground beef, because, you know, I think that's the big thing this is missing, is there's no meat component to it. Which does come back on me, because I could have gotten out a thing of hamburger, fried that up, thrown some garlic in there, and, you know, made it nice. Sorry, I had a bit of noodle stuck over here. I just fished it out. But on the whole, I've got to say, if I were to grade this like one would grade a child's homework, I would give this a solid C+. Kraft Spaghetti Classics is not the worst thing I've ever tasted. Chef Boyardee is actually better than this. And not just because it's got the little meat lumps in it. Alright. So now, we move on to part 2 of my little video here. I'm finally going to try this. Now, initially I was going to actually go out and get like a 6-pack of these, but then I thought better of it, and I was like, I should probably wait and, get just like 1 bottle or something. And I was going to wait until Friday, yesterday, when we do our shopping, to get a bottle of it. But then, at work, one of my coworkers had gotten a 6-pack of these, and she had one, and she found that she did not like it. It's not her cup of tea. So she brought them into work, the remaining 5 still in the plastic, set them down on the table and said, I don't really like these. I tried it. It's not my thing. You guys can have some if you want some. Take it. And then she left the break room. And so I was like, I shall partake of this. My exact words, I shall partake of this. And so, with that little story time out of the way, and I'm sure this video is long enough as it is without me yammering on, with that little story time out of the way, I don't know why I'm doing all these grand sweeping gestures. What do I do with my hands, ladies and gentlemen? What do I do with these? They're coming right at you. Woo! So next, before I finish opening that, get that right up here by the camera. See that fizz? And that crack? Oh, that is a delightful sound, ladies and gentlemen. That smells really good. I haven't tasted it yet, but I'm hoping it's going to taste like an orange creamsicle got melted into a glass of Coca-Cola. That's what I'm hoping for. Bottoms up. Excuse me for a moment. That is really, really good. Now, I might be a bit biased because I'm one of those people who actually likes vanilla Coke, or liked. I think they still make it. I haven't seen it around me in a while. But I'm one of those people who likes vanilla Coke, and this has that vanilla in it, and it's also got that orange zest that's just like a nice little pop at the end. That is really, and I mean really good, even on the 3rd sip, on the 3rd gulp. Coca-Cola, you've done it again. You wonderful, wonderful people at the Coca-Cola factory. This bad boy, this here gets an A+. That thing, that is some good cola. And my tongue might be a little hyperactive about this, because it's like it went from tasting spaghetti with ketchup to something good. And it's just like making that taste so much better in comparison. But I think I'm going to get this again. Oh. Alright. So again, just to recap, Spaghetti Classics Zesty Italian gets a C. I'm gonna downgrade that. It gets a C-. Coca-Cola Orange Vanilla, that gets an A. I'm gonna downgrade it just a bit, just in case my tongue is overcompensating for that. So that gets an A, that gets a C-. Alright. So, I'm just going to go ahead and end this here, because I'm sure y'all don't want to sit here and watch me do a, what do they call that? Those weird videos of mukbang? Mukbang? The thing where they eat a lot of food on camera. I'm sure y'all don't want to see me do a spaghetti mukbang. And thinking on those words together just doesn't sound right. But that's just me. Anyway, I'm sure y'all don't want to watch me do that. So I'm just going to say thank you all so much for coming back and watching another one of my videos. I do truly and greatly appreciate it. If you like what you've seen here today, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the little bell icon to be notified of future uploads once you are subscribed. And with all that being said, I recommend this. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Coca-Cola, like, at all. And I give a shout out to Brutal Moose to go and try this for himself, if he hasn't already. Cowabunga, everyone, and I'll see y'all next time. Later.